is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Thank you, sir. All right, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend that is Omar Kelly. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. There he is. How you doing, my brother? How you feeling?
Okay, not surprised. Kind of desperate, disappointed, disheartened. Interesting stat. All three of Tua's worst games have come against the Buffalo Bills. Don't necessarily know if that tells me anything. But this team is just not built to beat the Buffalo Bills. They're not even built to be competitive with them. And I thought, despite the first half, it wasn't really.
They're not built to beat the Jags, bro.
Wow. Listen, they could have beat the Jags. A lot of their, this is the one thing that does annoy me. Flores keeps saying that, we're close. We got to get the right bounces. We got to go whatever. You're a team with poor talent, poorly coached, that doesn't execute.
Yeah, and that's on you.
Yeah, it's on everybody.
No, but I mean, I blame more coaches than anything else. When it comes to execution, mistakes, penalties, when it's habitual, it's all on coaching for me. Because, when I watch you, when you're a good team and you're constantly coached well, you will perform like that week in and week out. And we've seen that with good coaches. We watch it with the Heat organization every year pretty much. And we watched it with the Shula years pretty much. So we know what's responsible leadership. And you just mentioned it when you started this whole thing about, our effort and we're close and this and that. And, you're lying to yourself on the podium.
You are. I think he's so focused on trying to keep the locker room and trying not to have guys quit that, they're not pushing players. Like, I'm sorry, but I'd fire guys. I'd fire assistants. You're not getting the response that you need from your team. And, no matter what you've done, what you've said, it's not getting the necessary outcome. And I did not expect them to beat the Bills. That's not what I'm saying.
No, of course not. Yeah, we know.
But you should have put together a better showing than you did, which you haven't really been competitive against the Bills. I really hope.
They did for a half. They did for a half.
Buffalo was like sleepwalking in that game.
No. Omar, don't say that, dude. Give the defense credit, bro. They got after Allen in the first half. No, that's not fair, dude. That's not fair. Look, we can pick on this team, but, dude, give them some love when they do play well. That defense kept them off balance in that first half. They played really, really well. Buffalo adjusted.
I saw a team that was coming off a bye slow that might have taken an opponent lightly. I didn't see that. Third down stops.
That's not fair, bro. That's not fair.
It's what I saw, Big O. It's what I saw.
I love you. I disagree with you completely.
Did it look like? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Did it look like anything Miami was doing was giving Buffalo trouble? Was it the pressure? No.
Yeah.
What pressure? They didn't get a sack.
They didn't get a sack, but they got plenty of pressures on him.
Josh Allen had all day to throw the ball.
You're thinking the second half. The first half he did not have all day. They got after him, dude. They made him uncomfortable.
Okay, maybe. I watched plays where he's hopping like 10 times before he throws the ball.
It happened in the second half.
You know how long it takes the quarterback to hop?
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. But, dude, let's give him a little love in the first half.
Fuck love.
They did well.
Fuck love. Fuck all that bullshit. This is a bullshit-ass team, and they deserve all the criticism. I'm sorry. You played a half okay. Like, you didn't create no turnovers. You got off the field on third downs.
They limit him to 3 points, dude. 3 points.
Yeah, and they finished the game
3
with
points.
26 points.
Not one of us thought that Buffalo was only going to score 3 points in the
Listen,
first half.
I thought Buffalo would come out of the game. Buffalo has dominated Miami so bad, they
That's
probably
why.
treated this week like a bye. And they played like that. Let's be real. Let's be completely real about it.
Omar, that
they
team,
looked at the Dolphins on this schedule and they said,
no.
They might have had 2 good days of practice.
Omar, the Buffalo Bills are wired to hate the Dolphins.
I don't know where you get that from.
They're wired to bury the Dolphins.
This generation of Buffalo Bills fans have no idea about any kind of wiring.
They're reminded of the 20 straight losses from generation to generation. Trust me.
Bro, last I checked, the Bills were the team that made it to the Super Bowls, not the Dolphins. And none of these guys were alive when that era of what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter. It's the only team that during the week, during the season, they call it Miami week. They hate Miami, dude. No matter what. Trust me.
Listen, just like you probably think the Dolphins hate the Jets. These players don't know nothing about none of that foolishness. Nothing. Zero, zilch. Like any of these players, they have no idea about any beef that the Dolphins have with the Jets. Vice versa. They don't know any beef that the Bills have with the Dolphins. Like this generation of players, all of that stuff that you think it matters and exists versus franchise. These guys are trying to get internet hoes. They're on Instagram the minute they leave practice trying to get some hoes. Like they have no idea and no beef with the Dolphins. Anybody from Buffalo has absolutely no beef with the Dolphins, except for the fans who are in their 50s. This generation has no idea of what you're talking about.
Well, they're trained to it. It's burned into their mind to hate Miami from the get-go when they walk into that building and what it means to beat Miami for them. Trust me, man, it's something that's in their soul.
That is the biggest load of bullshit that you've said in years, Big O, because this generation of athletes don't give a fuck.
Okay, that's fine.
It's been a long time since you've been in the locker room. Bro, this generation of athletes and football players, they don't give a fuck about all this old school rivalry bullshit that people in their 40s and 50s think about. They don't have any clue what. All they know is they dominated the Dolphins for umpteen years and got into the playoffs from the Dolphins. That might be it. They have no beef, no issues with this Dolphins team. You act like the Dolphins even have beaten them in God. When is it like the Josh Allen rookie year?
Rookie year. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And they've dominated them every game since.
They have.
It's sad, it's disappointing, but it shows you exactly where you are as a franchise.
Well, that I know already. Obviously, we knew that even before this game started. Overall, what happens this week? Tuesday, are you covering a press conference for a trade?
Even if they make the trade, I doubt they'd hold the press conference.
They got to hold a press conference.
No, they don't. Tell me what other press conferences they hold for players they trade for.
Well, okay. So Wednesday they'll do it?
Probably.
Okay. All right. So Tuesday everybody's traveling. I get it. So Wednesday.
No, nobody's traveling on Tuesday. No, listen.
Well, Watson will be.
Yeah, Watson will be. They bunker down. If they make that trade, they grin and bear it and do it and hide until Wednesday. They're not doing nothing on Tuesday.
Does Tua stay here or is he shipped out on Tuesday?
I think he stays here. I don't think you're going to find a trade partner right now for what you can possibly get for him. So we're being hypotheticals. We knew that this would be a bad loss and it would make you reevaluate everything. The bottom line on the Watson trade is, does Miami cave on what they're offering or does Houston cave on what they're asking for? We don't know. Who's more desperate?
Well, it sounds like the Dolphins are pretty desperate. at this point because they think that's the panacea to everything.
No, as my colleague Dave Hyde wrote in a Sun Sentinel column this weekend, Deshaun Watson is
right on target, by the way.
Deshaun Watson is their get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
When you built a shitty team, which they have, and you fucked up everything that you were building, and you got to reset or rebuild. If you're lucky enough to survive a reset or rebuild, it'll probably be because you've selected or gotten or lured your third quarterback. And I remember writing a column when Josh Allen was traded for. You get 2 opportunities. You should get 2 opportunities as a GM to pick a quarterback. 2. Should not exceed 2. Chris Greer has Josh Rosen. And now he's got Tua Tagovailoa. And I'm not saying that this franchise is giving up on Tua.
No, they gave up on Tua already.
I don't think they have.
What's wrong with some of you guys, bro? What you don't see the writing on the wall?
Nah, I think they'll grin and bear and finish the season.
No, wait a minute. So you're continuing to trade for Watson, and you think they still want Tua? I mean, come on.
Trade ain't done.
There while you're watching the game?
Trade is not done.
It don't matter if the trader's done or not.
Trade could potentially not get done.
The relationship with Tua and the Dolphins is done.
Tua's played for his career. It's not over.
It's over.
No,
there
are things that Tua is doing or not doing that's contributing to the way the team plays. Tua needs to focus on getting better. He's not blameless in all of this.
What more does he need to get better on?
Identification of players. Like he's the quarterback of that offense. Mike Gesicki was rerouting guys.
That's not his fault. That's the guys that don't know how to line up anywhere. They don't know how to line up.
And you know when they're in the game, you know who's responsible for lining them up properly?
Yeah, but he can't control everybody. They're
That's
gonna
his job. Could Dan Marino control everybody? Could Dan Marino control?
No, he couldn't. He couldn't. That's why he didn't have a defense and a running game. Couldn't control anybody. What's the big deal?
Yeah, huh?
That's apples and oranges.
It's still his job to line people up properly and call the right protections.
Dude, that's complete BS.
No, it is.
That's complete BS. You're laying that on Tua.
No. It is not Mike Gesicki's job to line people up properly. It is Tua Tagovailoa's job to line people up.
No. It's the offensive coordinator to coach up his team better.
So let me ask you
a question. And the offensive line coach.
So when the offensive coordinator who's in a booth,
and for the head coach,
the offensive coordinator's in a booth and people are lined up improperly on the field.
No. You're wrong, bro. They have an offensive coordinator all over the stadium. They have one in the booth. They have one in the sidelines. They have one inside the huddle. They have one under the stadium. They have one tearing tickets. They have like 87 offensive coordinators. What are you talking about?
Touche. But listen, it's not Mike Gesicki's job. As dumb as Mike Gesicki looked,
I love how it's Tua's responsibility that all the screw ups that are around him, he's got to worry about that. Come on, man.
That is his job.
So explain the 2-point conversion, by the way.
What about it?
What was the logic behind that?
You talking about the Bills going for a 2-point conversion?
No.
Miami?
I don't care about the Bills. Yeah. Why did they go for 2?
Because they wanted to keep it a 1-score game. That made it an 8-point.
It was a 9-point game.
Okay. I don't know.
They scored a field goal, then it was a 9-point game.
You're correct. Then it's a touchdown and a field goal, you win. I don't know.
That's what I'm telling you. This is what this quarterback and this team is dealing with. That's my point.
He was a genius for 2 years. He was the magic man, Brian.
Well, Changeli hit him a little bit.
Brian Flores was a
now he got exposed. He had to work. You know what? I'm thinking more now on the Changeli stuff. That allowed Flo to focus on defense a little bit more. Now he has to worry about the offense, something he knows nothing about. And look at the mess he created.
He's worked every level of football,
Yeah,
special teams,
but he
front
doesn't run.
office.
He doesn't run offenses. He doesn't
He
develop quarterbacks.
he was a quality control coach on offense for the guy who he said Bill O'Brien. That's not true. Trust me. He called me out on that.
Quality coach. Wait.
He
Okay.
called me out on his whole resume.
Yeah. He
Listen,
counted how many helmets
there are
there
very
were
few people who have
and
worked
how
every
many
level.
downs they had on this drive.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
there
what
are
a
very
quality
few
control
coaches who have worked every level of an NFL franchise, and he has.
He's never developed an offense in his life. He's never developed a quarterback in his life. He doesn't know jack squat
He
about
can
offense.
listen. I'm not telling you what I believe. I'm telling you what he has pointed out is factual inaccuracies that are perpetuated by the media. He's worked every level of football, including on offense.
Omar, you can work every level of football, and we have an offensive line coach that's worked with offensive line, and he's no good. And we've got 3 offensive coordinators that have worked with all kinds of offenses, and they all suck. That don't matter to me what you dabbled in a little bit here or there. I know the proof. The proof is when you had Changeli, you had a better offense. Now that you're in charge of putting together an offense, you can't. Right? Right?
Listen, I can't sit here and pretend to tell you what is going wrong with their offense. I know it starts with protection. It's not there. Starts with the offensive line play, but everything is a problem. Receivers are running the wrong routes. Receivers are lining up improperly. That's not a factor. Poor plays are being called. It's everything. It's everything.
It's poor coaching. Right? If your team is
Your team is your team is 1-7. You can't argue that it's good coaching.
Well, no, what I'm saying is when you're constantly screwing up and you don't do things right every week, and your coach says they're close, you're obviously pretty clueless as a coaching staff. That's got to be the problem.
I don't know what it is. There's a deer in the headlights look right now. I don't know if it goes away. No clue. They just look in over their heads.
That they do, my friend. That they do.
They want to talk about, we're close. You're close to what? Like, even when you had a 3-point lead, that game wasn't competitive. I mean, even when you had a 3-point game, tied 3-0, still wasn't competitive. You weren't stopping the Bills from doing whatever they wanted to do.
You're right. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly and catch his work at the South Florida Sun Sentinel. What are you working on tomorrow, my man?
I have no idea.
Break some news.
It's desperate times, man.
Do they survive?
Huh?
Do they survive?
Knowing Steve Ross's history, yes, but that long ass wait for Flores, that clearly is an indicator that something is going on. Either they're talking to Watson or Ross is giving them the business. Like, my question is, and I thought about this, can Chris Greer fire Flores to save himself?
Dude, you and I think alike on that one. That's what I've been thinking for the last 2 weeks, is that he needs to fire Flores.
And do what?
Find another coach.
To what, save himself?
And to save himself, yes.
But I'm firing him.
And don't give the next coach all the power that he's given him.
They don't have all the power. No. Chris Greer has all the power. He is the HNIC. Chris Greer. Yeah. Don't let nobody fool you.
He's got all the power title, and he will go down in flames with everything. I get that. But the facts remain, he gave Flo a lot of leeway in creating this team. A ton. And he shouldn't have.
He's the head man in charge. He's got all the power. If you take on your meek personality, you let people run all over you, that's your problem. I don't.
Okay, so then you're agreeing with me on that. You get it. You're blaming him. I understand, but don't tell me that Flo did not.
If I had to put the finger of blame on one person for what has happened this year, it would have to go to Chris Greer. not
Okay.
Brian Flores. It would have to go to Chris Greer. The body of work in terms of what this roster is built on is not good enough. And
Right.
that
No,
is his job.
I get it. Yeah. And he hired Flores. So he gets blamed for Flores anyways, one way or another. So I understand people thinking that way. All right, Omar. Appreciate you, brother.
All right,
Be
man.
good. You got it. There he is, Omar Kelly, and our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins reports.